You've seen the palm trees, the solar panels, and the innovation rankings. But for an international student, those glossy brochures sit on top of a dense, multi-year fine print that often totals over $140,000 for a 2-year master's degree. To see how those costs apply to your specific path, drop your target program, like MSCS or an MBA, in the comments. We'll reply with the real-world cost and local placement odds for that degree. ASU operates on a decentralized pricing model. This means your final bill is a fragmented calculation based on your specific campus, your academic major, and your residency status, rather than a single advertised rate. This decentralized structure creates a predictable base tuition on paper, but the hidden variables make long-term financial planning difficult for anyone who misses the specific program surcharges. This chart tracks the cost of attendance, separating base tuition from living expenses. Your year starts with a $38,000 tuition block. Next, stack mandatory fees, health insurance, housing, and transport. This pushes the total bar towards $70,000. This fully stacked COA represents the actual financial barrier to entry. These are non-negotiable costs that you cannot opt out of or ignore during the application process. High-demand degrees trigger additional layers of cost. Enrolling in STEM or business programs often act for engineering and business students. These specific surcharges add over $1,000 to $1,500 to the bill every single semester. Under U.S. visa law, you must prove you have the funds for the entire estimated COA before an I-20 document is issued. This requires showing nearly $70,000 in liquid assets for your first year alone. You can find the specific GPA conversion calculators and scholarship deadlines needed to offset these costs at itsstudent.com, linked in the description. These surcharges create a brutal upfront liquidity requirement, but they secure entry into the specific degrees that currently yield the highest H-1B sponsorship rates in the U.S. ASU publicly pledges to keep annual tuition hikes under 3%. However, that specific protection is reserved for Arizona residents. International students are historically forced to absorb much higher increases, with tuition often compounding at 5% or more each year of the program. Build a 5% compounding buffer into your initial loan requests. Budgeting based only on your year one costs is a common mistake. Relying on a fixed budget loan that ignores these annual increases practically guarantees a critical funding shortfall by the time you reach your final semester. The Mandatory Student Health Insurance Plan, or SHIP, includes an early arrival fee of over $1,300. This bills international students for weeks of coverage before they even land in the United States. To reclaim some of that cash flow, look at your testing options. ASU accepts the Duolingo English test as an alternative to the traditional TOEFL or IELTS exams. A Duolingo test costs $59 and provides results in 48 hours, whereas traditional exams often cost $270 with much longer wait times. Take a moment to calculate your full 2-year COA now, making sure to include that 5% annual hike we discussed. Since you face massive, non-negotiable legal and medical fees, leveraging small arbitrages like testing choice is a critical part of maintaining your early budget. These costs are an investment in geography. Phoenix is the Silicon Desert, home to one of the fastest-growing tech economies in the country. ASU's campuses sit within miles of major hiring hubs for global manufacturing giants like Intel and TSMC. Placement expectations need to be realistic. International placement rates generally land between 60% and 70%, which is strong but far from a guarantee. The structural networking advantage provided by this local manufacturing economy drives the ROI for this premium, outpacing highly ranked schools located in rural areas. If you are operating on a razor-thin budget, if you cannot absorb an annual 5% hike, or if you aren't prepared to network aggressively within Phoenix, ASU is the wrong choice. This path is for students who have secured the full $140,000 COA and are targeting high ROI sectors in STEM or business. Success at ASU requires arriving with a plan to exploit the local industry pipelines to secure your OPT and H-1B sponsorships immediately. This is a high-stakes, premium financial investment that demands ruthless local networking to yield a positive return. Visit itsstudent.com for the full financial breakdown and tools. Subscribe to the channel to catch tomorrow's deep dive into the differences between